Good day and welcome to the UFC's 232 conference call. Today's conference is being recorded. At this time, I'd like to turn the conference over to Mr. Chris Costello with UFC. Please go ahead, sir.
Thanks, Cody. I want to welcome everybody to the UFC 232 media conference call. UFC 232 takes place Saturday, December 29th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The event airs live on pay-per-view. Today's call will be in two parts. The bottom half of the hour will feature the top two light heavyweight contenders, John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson, who will be vying for the division championship in the main event. But first, to kick things off, please welcome the athletes that will square off for the women's featherweight title in the co-main event, champion Cris Cyborg and women's bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes. And with that, we can open up to questions.
Thank you. If you'd like to ask a question, please signal by pressing star one on your telephone keypad. If you're using a speakerphone, please make sure your mute function is turned off to allow your signal to reach our equipment. Once again, that is star one if you'd like to ask a question, and we'll pause for just a moment to allow everyone an opportunity to signal. And we'll take our first question from Keith Schillen with the MMA Takeover.com.
Thank you for your time, guys. First to the challenger, Amanda Nunes. Amanda, you have wins over Miesha Tate, Ronda Rousey, 2 wins over Valentina Shevchenko, and then obviously if you pick up a win over Cris Cyborg, that is one heck of a resume. So my question is, if you pick up that win, is there even a debate that you're the greatest female fighter of all time?
Yes, for sure. I think Cris the best in her division, and this fight is going to put me another level. This is 100%. The decision to move up, was that more for trying to become the double champion, or is that more to try to beat Cris that no one has been able to do in the last 20 fights? It's not to do. It's not against Cris. The reason I move up was my division kind of stopped, and I told UFC, can you offer me something? Whatever you offer me, I'm gonna take it. And they offer me Cris, and I take the fight. That was it.
Okay, over to Cris. Cris, the UFC has made this whole division to kind of showcase you. They've had a lot of bantamweights come up and challenge you. What is your overall thought of the division, and what do you think the UFC needs to do to bring in more competition for you?
First thing, I'm very thankful for fight UFC and to defend my title. Really, I have a dream. It's they open the real division, for me can have the opportunity to fight for featherweight. I don't want to just be the division. I would like to have more girls, 145, for fight for growing the division. And, after that, if I stop fighting, the division continues. I think then invest and put more girls in my division.
You've been in some very big fights. Some off the top of my head, Gina Carano, Miles Kunin, Holly Holm. Do you believe this is the biggest test of your career in Amanda Nunes?
I always take it very serious. Every opponent I fight, Amanda is very great athlete. She's a champion 135. I'm the only fighter, female, fighting getting 3 world champions in different divisions, different organizations, and different matchmakers. I think after I fight Amanda Nunes, it's going to be great, not only for me, but for women's MMA. I think it's going to be great exposure for everybody.
Thank you very much, ladies. Good luck to both of you, and happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll now take our next question from Sasha Mox with Fightbook MMA.
Hi. I just wanted to say good luck to both of you. This is going to be a great fight. This is one that I think fans from all over the world will be looking forward to. First question, Amanda Nunes. You said this fight in particular is bigger than the Ronda Rousey fight. Can you just elaborate on that? And can you tell us about the emotion heading into this match with Cyborg?
Definitely is bigger than Ronda Rousey's fight. It's a 2 champion, and never happened before in UFC. This is the first time. And for that reason, make this fight bigger than Ronda Rousey's fight. And my preparing for this fight is also, I'm healthy. I'm physically amazing, in the best shape that I ever been before, and my mind is so like focused for this moment in my career, and I'm very excited for.
Well, it sounds like you're very prepared for this fight. I need to ask, given with your amazing resume, you had fights with Valentina Shevchenko, Raquel Pennington, like I just mentioned, Ronda Rousey. Do you think there's enough spotlight on you? Because it seems whenever you fight, let's say, for example, the Ronda Rousey fight, a lot of attention was on Ronda. Do you think there's enough spotlight on you as a fighter heading into this match against Cyborg?
Honestly, I'm not worried about that. I worry about the fight, you know. The fight, the result is gonna give it to me the thing that I really want to. And I'm not worried about anything else, you know. If they wanna promote, who they wanna promote, I don't care, you know. I'm focused right now to make history, you know what I mean? And it's the only thing that I think right now. Whatever they wanna do with the promote, they feel free to do, you know. And yeah, happening all my fights before this one, I'm always the underdog. I love a fight like that. I love to be the underdog. I love to be the one nobody expects. I'm not gonna do anything, you know. This is the big things for me. I like to fight in this kind of position, you know. I don't have nothing to lose in this fight, you know.
Absolutely.
And I don't have nothing to lose, only to win. And I'm good with it.
Absolutely. And, you know, you're currently the bantamweight champion. You're challenging for the featherweight championship. And just at UFC 231, we crowned Valentina Shevchenko, a person who you beat as the current female flyweight champion. Now, do you foresee a possibility that you could move down and even challenge for a third title? Or is that weight cut just too much for you at the current stage of your career?
Right now, I'm focusing on my next fight. You know, it's the big ones in my career, definitely. It's the big ones in my career. And I'm focusing everything that I have, every power, mentally and strength, body-wise, I'm focusing this fight, you know. But after this one, we can talk about for sure my next step. I'm going to be openly to talk about right after my next fight.
Thank you. Next question. For the champion Cyborg, you said this may be your last fight, and you've openly talked about looking into a boxing career. If this does go your way, what else do you have left to prove in the world of mixed martial arts?
You know, I never fight for prove anything. You know, it's something I really love. It's my job. And actually, I don't say this is my last fight in MMA. You know, I'm going to continue fight. You know, I just say I have a dream, have an unboxing fight. This is one dream I came a long time in my life, but it's nothing about this is my last fight. I want to do a lot of for women's MMA, you know, and they can grow into the women's boxing. I think you're going to be amazing, like the McGregor did. You know, I think he's opened the door for this opportunity, and it's not just think about me, but, you know, but open the opportunity for women's boxing too. I think it's a great. And just to answer Amanda, you know. Amanda said she don't care about promotion, but she said she wants 9 months for training for UFC can have time for promotion. This sounds funny for me.
This is the training, it's not about promotion. When you have time for training, you don't think about the promotion, about training.
Well, but you
not about to be promoted.
You said, you know, UFC has time for promotion to fight 9 months. They don't need anything in 9 months. They don't need anything.
But I don't say the promotion to be about me. I say to promote about the fight. Our fight.
The fight.
Me and you.
Exactly. You think then promote the fight 9 months. Do you think they did it?
That is not my problem. You should talk to UFC about that. You know what I mean? That is not my problem. They offer me the fight. I tell them I have this time I'm available for this time, and they take it. That is not my problem. You should talk to UFC about that.
No, I don't have any problem. I just say, I think it sounds funny. You say you need 9 months for the UFC time for promoter.
Listen, Cris. Listen. You are a powerful fighter. You are a strong fighter. Do you think I'm coming from my last fight about 135. I make 135. Do you think I'm gonna step up to fight you if I'm not 100%? Let's be honest.
No, I want
Let's
to be
be
100%.
honest right here.
I want to be 100%.
I give you
fight.
like listen then. I say like listen then like I'm not available to fight right now. I just make 135. I was in injury and I say like but maybe if she accepts it at the end of the year I'm gonna be 100%. And that is not my problem. You should talk to UFC about that.
It's great. I want to be 100%, but do a great fight. I want to be.
Cyborg. Cyborg, so just by listening to the emotion between you and Amanda Nunes, is there any real bad blood between you two? Is it personal, or are you looking at this as just as a professional bout to solidify your legacy?
Don't have any emotion here. I don't talk about any emotion. I just answer what you said. I don't have any emotion.
Then by my side is not as well. You know, I don't have nothing against Cris. Actually, she's the great. You know, she's the best champion in her division, and I'm like very happy to share the cage with her. You know, it's not to do with that. It's not to do in anything about personal, anything. I don't have nothing against her. You know, this is all business right here.
Absolutely. Now, I have one last question for the champion. Do you think, with this UFC 232 headlined by John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson, do you think this fight deserves more spotlight, as it is arguably the best fight in women's mixed martial arts history?
I think it's gonna be great. I think Amanda's a great fighter. For do a great fight together. Great fighter. And with John Jones too, I already shared the event with him. I think it's gonna be amazing card.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much for both your times. Thank you for the opportunity. I wish you guys nothing but the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from Damon Martin with FlowCombat.com.
Hey, first question is for Cris Cyborg. Cris, you know, you've talked about the growth of the featherweight division and obviously your hope that the UFC will continue to expand that division. What would you like to see over this next year to give you competition? Do you think it's just about signing more fighters? I mean, they did the Ultimate Fighter. Were you impressed by what you saw there? Like, what do you feel like it's going to take to get the featherweight division on par with some of the other divisions in the sport?
For me, you know, I would like to fight more per year. I don't want to wait 9 months for one fight. I am healthy. I was in training. And I'm no teenager. I don't have 17 years old for wait almost 1 year for one fight. For me, next year I would like to fight more. You know, if I still want to invest 145 pounds, you know, this is not my own problem. You know, I just continue training, and I'm gonna be in step any opportunity show up for me.
When you look at Amanda Nunes, I know you said that, you know, you don't make any one fight bigger than another fight from your history. But when you look at Amanda Nunes, what do you feel like is most dangerous about her?
You know, I never look at what my opponent doing the danger. You know, I always train very serious for my opponents and be ready in any situation. I'm ready for do 5 rounds for Amanda Nunes. I watch all her fights with my team. I know her mistakes. I know mistakes she continue doing. You know, and then I know what she's good or what she's not good. You know, but you know, the one thing I just think when I be step in the cage, do my own thing. You know, and get the victory and continue to be the champion.
And I know, Cris, you started working with a new management team more recently, and I know you said, you know, you hope things will work out. You can stay with the UFC. Are you confident in that you will be able to stay with the UFC and maybe even do the boxing thing now that Dana White has talked about doing boxing? Like, are you hopeful to stay with the UFC in the future?
You know, this is the one dream I have, you know, but, you know, I'm really happy with my team. You know, I think you work very well together. And let's see, you know, I may really continue work with UFC, you know, but I want to continue work together. It's a possibility. And for sure, I have my dream, but my focus now is my next fight. And after I can talk about next steps.
And a couple questions for Amanda. Amanda, you talked about taking the time to get ready for this fight. Can you give me a little idea of like adding the extra weight, adding the extra muscle? Like, how has that gone for you, and how is your body adjusting to fighting at 145 pounds?
Actually, I feel amazing. I'm natural 145. My first fight here in USA was 145 divisions. It was back in the day in Strike Force, and when I fight Julia Buck, that was 145 fight. And I feel amazing right now. All my prepare, I gain weight. I put in some muscles, I put in some weight, and I feel amazing. I feel well prepared. I feel like I'm ready for a battle. I know this fight is gonna be a battle, and I'm ready for.
Amanda, obviously there's only a couple of fighters in history who have held 2 titles in the UFC, of course, with Daniel Cormier and Conor McGregor holding 2 titles at one time. Have you talked to the UFC about what would happen if you win this fight? Like, will you defend the featherweight title? Will you not defend the featherweight title? Like, has that been discussed?
Actually, no. We didn't talk anything about yet, but eventually it's gonna happen for sure. And I think they wanna really like make this happen first to start another deal, and let's see what happens after this fight.
Obviously, throughout her career, Cris has been so dominant. I mean, beyond winning fights, she's barely lost rounds without giving away any game plan. Do you see holes in her game? Do you see weaknesses in her game? Because obviously, for the past decade, hardly anyone has been able to win a round against her, much less really offer her much of a threat.
We all know Cris is very powerful. She's strong. We all know that. Let's be honest here with each other. Of course, every single fighter has mistakes. Everybody has a mistake, But sometimes people don't know how to capitalize and do something about it in the fight. This is the thing. Of course, Cris has mistakes. She's a human. You know what I mean? She's a human. She has mistakes. And we training for every single mistake she has. But also, we training for the good things she has as well. Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Everybody here?
Is that all the questions that you have, sir?
Yes, I'm done.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And once again, if you'd like to ask a question, that is *1. We'll take our next question from Ryan Sprague with MyMMAnews.com.
Thank you, ladies. And of course, best of luck to both of you for this upcoming fight. First question I have for you, Amanda. Damon was alluding to it earlier, and he was kind of figuring out if there's been talks about you defending your belt after this fight. I guess the question is, who do you see after this fight, specifically that you would have in mind for your next match?
Honestly, I didn't even think about after yet. Everything is about this next fight. And you will see. I want to, like Cris, want her division being good. I want my division being good as well. I want my division run as fast as possible. Like this, I can have it, my next title defense, my next what? Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Do you hear me?
Can you hear us? Yes.
Yes. Now we're good. I want my division have the next contender soon. I know I have a couple girls injuries right now, and the next step right after this fight for sure we're gonna know as fast as possible.
Okay. And then, do you think that part of booking this fight against Cris was because there might have been a little standstill as far as competition for you at 135 pounds?
Yeah, for sure. Not having nobody right now in my division. All the contenders, one injury, the other one didn't even fight yet, and one of them just fought right now and beat the girl that already beat. and like everything's like like out of control right now. And I decided to make my next step, and this was the reason I step up. You know.
Of course. Next question for you, Cris, is kind of similar. Yeah. With a win over Amanda, do you really have any thoughts about where you see yourself moving forward? Are you concerned with perhaps a lack of competition facing you?
You know, after this fight, for sure, you know, we still have a plan. Maybe who's gonna fight next? Maybe the container, you know, the ultimate fighter, and you know, I don't like to think about the another opponent. You know, I'm focused with Amanda now, and I'm gonna fight her next. And after that, you know, we're gonna discuss this, and for sure, you know, we're still gonna have a plan. My team is gonna have plans to see what's gonna be next for me.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies. And again, best of luck to both of you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll take our next question from Brian Gerson with MMA H.E.A.T.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you for your time. So my first question is for both fighters. This is a fight where we have arguably two of the best current and all-time women's fighters in MMA. So I guess I was wondering, do you think that the magnitude of this fight will really elevate not just women's MMA, but women's professional sports in general?
Definitely. This fight is going to be the key, you know, to put the women's MMA in the top, you know. Nobody never see that before. This is the first time, and I'm happy to be a part of this, you know. I'm happy to doing that. This is the big thing. It's not about me. It's not about Cris. It's about the women's MMA to grow every time we step in the cage, you know. And this is the big thing right now. I'm happy to be the one. I'm happy to face Cris, and we're gonna put a show, you know, for all the fans, all the women out there to look up to us. We wanna put it the show, you know, for everybody really stand up at the end of the fight and clap and be very happy. This is the thing that I look for.
And also to Cris, the same question. Sorry.
Okay.
You know, I think every girl, you know, at UFC, I think I have a big responsibility for growing the women's MMA. You know, making me really happy to be part of this. And you know, I think I fight Amanda. You know, two champions are gonna fight each other. I think it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big step for women's MMA. And you know, I appreciate all the women, you know, fighting any place, you know, for women. I think then make it the best they can for promoters, women's MMA.
And my second question is again for both fighters. So I'm kind of wondering what you guys' thoughts are on the ESPN deal. So I mean, there's nothing against Fox, obviously, but ESPN is it's a more accessible channel. A lot more people know where that channel is, and they kind of have it saved as a favorite. So I was kind of wondering, like, how do you feel about the timing of this? Because obviously it is the biggest fight in women's MMA ever, and your guys are transitioning over to the ESPN platform, where arguably you're going to get more exposure out there. So I'm wondering, like, how do you feel about that?
Always, when we have exposure, it's very good for the fighters, you know, for sponsors, for futures things, you know, in your career. Always good you have exposure. If this new deal is gonna help it a lot with exposure, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy, and I can't wait to see what is this new deal is gonna take all the fighters out. You know, UFC keep growing, the women's MMA keep growing, and this fight is gonna be huge. It's gonna put you really the women's MMA out there. You know, I know I have a lot of girls in the division. I know every girls, every single one is a part of this, you know. But me and Cris now, we're gonna make history, you know. We really is gonna make everybody stop to watch me her fight, and this is gonna be awesome.
and Cris too. Same question.
It's a great, UFC having the new gonna work with the ESPN. This means maybe the fight is gonna make more money. I don't know. This will have to be good for everybody. But I think it's gonna be great. The ESPN fighters there, and that's it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and best of luck to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now take our last question from Ronnie James Edgar with MMA Soldier.
Hey, my first question is for Cyborg. Cyborg, I've covered all the UFC events that you've done in Las Vegas, and an observation I have is that you draw out a big crowd. A lot of people come out to see Cyborg. A lot of people love you. Is Las Vegas one of your favorite places to fight, or if not, the favorite?
I love fighting California. I don't know if you went to my last fight with Holly. You just hear Holly. Don't have so much Cyborg Nation there. But I never just listen to the crowd. I go over there to do my best. But Las Vegas is a nice place to fight. But in California, I have my whole crowd here come and watch me. But I'm gonna put a nice show, and if people have the opportunity to be there, probably gonna watch on TV.
Now, in the past, you've been critical about UFC, not promoting you enough. But do you feel like that's changed a lot? Because I feel like they definitely, that's like I said, that's a big part of why you have, such a huge fan following, especially in Las Vegas during these big fight weeks.
It is in the past. I don't just think about me. I think not just me. Have a lot of fighters have the same problem. But it is I don't want to change anything anymore. I just have to continue doing what I have to do, doing my job, and be ready for my next step.
All right, and Amanda, I know that in the past you've had some sinus problems when you were in Las Vegas. We actually talked about last year at the PI during media day, and you said you were taking medication and things. Are you still treating that the sinus infections?
Yeah, it's some things is chronic. You have to keep it. Go to the doctor. You have to keep the medication on point. But now I'm 100%. I get it. Everything's under control. And I'm 100%. My doctor tell me like I'm gonna be ready. Nothing's gonna happen, and I'm ready to go.
Great. And we talked about this a little bit earlier on the call, but what you're getting ready to do is you're getting ready to try and make history for women's MMA, and it's incredible. Can you just tell me how you're feeling about that? Just kind of elaborate a little more.
I feel amazing. Like this is a huge moment in my career. I always think about this kind of moment. When it's gonna happen something big. Happened in UFC 200. Happened against Ronda Rousey. And now once again against Cris. That is amazing. I'm very happy with my life. I'm like grateful to everything that I want. The life helped me. The life gave it to me. And this is an unbelievable moment in my life that I've been enjoy every single time since I signed the contract until today, until this thing done. I'm gonna enjoy and I'm gonna have fun the day of the fight, because this is the moment every single fighter look for. The moment to make history. The moment to go to the ápice in your career, the moment to challenge yourself, see what you're capable of. This is the moment right now in my life, What am I going to do there? What is the answer? Where is the answer? I have the question right now. The answer is going to be the day, and this is the only thing that I think right now.
Ladies, thank you so much. Best of luck. And happy holidays.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll turn the conference back over to Mr. Costello for any closing remarks.
Thanks, Cody. I want to thank Cris and Amanda for joining today's call. Media, please stay on the line as we dial in the main event. Thank you.